right next to you.
Thankfully, she was not next to me when I was shooting it.
Absolutely. The person who trained you, no, seen Alkader. So how did she train you and how did she make you Mithali?
That is the wrong question for me. You would ask that to Roshan. I'm sure this is probably the toughest training she's ever given to anyone till now.
Every shot was perfect, but how did you sit into
Oh,
the character?
that's good, sir. But
वीडियो में आगे बढ़ें उससे पहले मैं आपसे कहना चाहूँगा कि आप इस वीडियो को लाइक ज़रूर करें और हाँ, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन दबाना बिल्कुल ना भूलें।
You know when you are going to play someone as legendary as her, you don't have the privilege of going wrong. So that is when I remember Shrijan sir के साथ मीटिंग में मैंने कहा सर आपके पास माइक है, आपके पास मॉनिटर है, जब तक ओके मत बोलना जब तक you don't get the perfect shot. So I was like giving it, totally surrendering it to him that you because he's a cricket fanatic, so I knew that I will have to work really hard, but cricket galat nahi jayega. That I was sure because he was there. So that really helped. Nushan did the work before I went on the shooting spot, and then thereafter it was in his hand. So honestly, I had the only credit that I have to give to myself is that to work really hard. But the output that you see is because of Nushan and then in his hands.
And the lady sitting right next to you.
Well, that is only the review I was waiting from here, because the only review I asked for after seeing the trailer or after watching the film was hers, because I was like, I don't really care of any other review. I just want to know from her how did she feel, because it's her life. It will not happen again for her, it will not happen again for me, not happen again for Indian cinema. So this is the first and the last time a film like this is going to get made. After this, whatever you will see of women's cricket, you would have seen something before. So the first time always becomes special. So yeah, and I got my reviews and I'm very happy.
It's like scaling Mount Everest. Mount Everest, oneke chodechen, but the first time is always very special. So people still remember Tenzing and Edmund Hillary because of that. So we have our Tenzing and Edmund Hillary who scaled the story of women's cricket for the first time. And I will add a little bit. So when I first went to meet Tapsee, we sat down, we started chatting. Tapsee offered me tea. I asked for a cricket bat instead, because our first meeting started off on a technical note that I have seen some footages. I want to see how we can change the back lift slightly, how we can change your stance slightly. Then I had a conversation with Mithali. She was in a bio bubble. So I asked her that how is her back lift different while facing spinners as opposed to pacers, how it has evolved over the years, because 2017 footage we were seeing of the World Cup, the stance was slightly different from other footages. So we got into the technicalities pretty soon, and something which I told Tapsee very clearly, Tapsee, playing cricket will not suffice. You have to fall in love with the game. And that is what she did, because every day at 6 o'clock we used to go. I used to pad up with her as well, so we used to practice on adjacent nets. And all the bowlers bowling, apart from a couple of actors, all of them are state level players. So Tapsee practiced facing people who have bowled at the state level. So there was no shortcut, there was no sugar coating of anything. I remember she once got her toe very badly bruised by a New Yorker. She faced full-on cricket, and when she started connecting and hitting those cover drives, the satisfaction which I saw on the face, I told her that this satisfaction you can only capture on camera if it's for real, and that happened for real. So in fact I remember one day of shoot I had said pack up, because we have done, and Tapsee was still playing. She continued playing in the field, and that kind of sums up the entire experience for me. A person who had never held a cricket bat was now playing even after the shot was over, the shoot was over. She was continuously playing with the girls in the field. So that has been the incredible journey.
So it was all blood and sweat.
Absolutely, absolutely.
पहला रिएक्शन ये था कि एक्टिंग तो कर लेगी वो, पर ये कि बैटिंग कर पाएगी कि नहीं, ये मेरा डाउट था. लेकिन ट्रेलर देखने के बाद अभी तो मैंने कहा था कि बहुत इम्प्रेसिव बैटिंग रहा है मूवी में, ट्रेलर So I'm sure people will enjoy watching the movie. And yeah, that was the little apprehension I had when I got to know that she is going to do the role.
थैंक यू मैम मैम तापसी मैम से मेरा क्वेश्चन है, मैं ताजा टीवी से हूँ। आगे भी क्या आप इस तरीके का किरदार निभाएंगे?
नहीं, ये पहली और आखिरी बारी है, दोबारा नहीं होता रिपीट, भाई बहुत मेहनत लगती है।
थैंक यू।
Okay, now he's here. Okay, he will ask.
Mic take to pass kore din. Thank you.
Excuse me. Yeah. Mr. Srijit, I have a question to you. In real life, there was a press conference where one journalist asked Mithali Raj, who is your favorite male cricketer?
Yes.
So she said that if I ask the same question to you, who is your favorite female cricketer, women cricketer, what would be your answer? Is it there in your film? The same sequence?
Have you seen the trailer of the film?
No, I have not seen the trailer.
फिर आप रह
फिर
गए
तो
हो।
मतलब
No, is it there in the film? That scene, the scenario?
Forget about
that
the film, it's there in the trailer.
it's there in the trailer.
Yeah.
So not only the film, it is so obviously if it's in the trailer, it's in the film. But I strongly suggest to know the answer of this question. Please go and watch the film. I can ensure that you will not be disappointed.
And another thing, when
Yeah.
we think about Jhulan Goswami, we think about Wesley Hall or Joel Gardner of West Indies. She is tall.
Yes.
But the character was enacted by, I think, Mumtaz. But she is shorter than Jhulan Goswami. So how would we adjust that?
Two things. Mumtaz is very tall. I think she's taller than you also. Very tall. Seriously very tall. Yeah, taller than Tapsee also. With Jhulan, I have not compared them with the measuring tape. But I don't think we have anywhere said that she's playing Jhulan Goswami in the film. I don't think there was any communication on that regard. She's playing a fast bowler in the film. And, she's done a fantastic job. She has also picked up the nuances of cricket. She's also not from a cricketing background. And she worked really hard to pick up the nuances of pace bowling and fast bowling. But yeah, I guess height-wise, I don't think there could be any comparison or there is any scope for any comparison.
And two questions to Mithali Raj. What are the chances of Indian cricket team in these Commonwealth Games? And how do you see the rise of your Harmanpreet? Yeah.
See, I think before any big event, the preparation is very important. So the way if you prepare well and because it's a T20 format and Commonwealth Games cricket is got the first time they've got an entry. I think if you have your tactical and strategies in place, our team has a great chance to make a podium finish. Well, see, she's been leading T20 since 2016, so I think she is, experienced enough to lead India into the Commonwealth Games.
खुद को उस जगह पर पिक करते हो ताकि एकदम रियल लगे कैरेक्टर को।
तो बड़े सारे सवाल पूछ लिया आपने। मैं इतना बोलूँगी, स्पोर्ट्स एंड आई हैव म्यूचुअल लव फॉर ईच अदर। बचपन से ही मैं काफ़ी स्पोर्ट्स में रुचि रखती आई हूँ। पिक्चर देखने से पहले स्पोर्ट्स देखना शुरू किया था, खेलना शुरू किया था मैंने। बट कभी किसी एक स्पोर्ट के अंदर प्रोफेशनली ट्रेन नहीं हुई, वो इतनी अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिली लाइफ में। तो जो भी सीखने को मिलता था, मैं सारे स्पोर्ट जो भी होते थे स्कूल टाइम पे, सब के लिए एनरोल करके सीख लेती थी। तो अब वो मौका, नाउ बिकम एन एक्टर, सो नाउ आई गेट अ चांस टू यूज माय मीडियम टू अगेन बिकम अ स्पोर्ट्स। आई थिंक द बिगेस्ट ब्यूटी दैट अट्रैक्ट्स मी टू माय जॉब इज कि आप एक ही लाइफ में ना बहुत सारे लाइफ जी सकते हो। तो मैं शायद अगर एथलीट बनती तो एक स्पोर्ट खेल पाती, अभी एक्टर हूँ तो मैं बड़े सारे खेल लेती हूँ।
Tapsee this side, Shobik from India Blooms. In several interviews, you have said that you won't be, working in any sports film, and you are done with it. I just want to know that these films are great in their own way, and the characters are. So, did you go through any kind of dilemma while choosing the script and this film?
No dilemma. I instantly said yes without thinking about how hard it's going to be. Had I thought about it's going to be so hard, I probably would have given it a second thought about it. But yes, I don't want to do it anymore because it's not, at least for a few years. I'll tell you why, because it's not just physically exhausting, it's becoming mentally exhausting for me. Because I'm almost forgetting I'm an actor, not an athlete. I'm leading two lives. Every day morning, get up at 5, 6 in the morning, go for training for a particular sport, and then I have to go and shoot for another film for 12 hours. So I literally, if I'm an athlete, then an athlete trains and then rests the whole day. If I'm an actor, you shoot for 12 hours and rest for the remaining day. But I have to do both. So it's becoming mentally exhaustive for me now. So it's been 2 years I've been non-stop training, shooting almost every day. Now I want to just shoot.
Tweeted a post regarding your next film, Donkey, and you have said that after 10 years you waited and now this is happening. So do you think the upcoming project where you will be featuring is the result of the path which you have traded in the last 10 years?
I think it's just a result of some right decisions I would have made in my life. That's what it is.
So you have been playing a lot of women-centric role right now. What made you choose this one?
Because as I said in the beginning, it's the first time there'll not be another Mithali Raj that we'll have in cricket. There'll not be another film which will take you through the journey of women's cricket for like 23 years. That's actually 20 years that we've shown in the film, but you'll see the journey of her journey from the time she was 9 years old to the time she was 36 years old by the World Cup. So you'll not have this quick 2.5-hour recap to catch up with women's cricket. If you consider anyone else's life, I'm not sure if you'll get such a good recap as you'll get with someone like her. And yeah, the icing on the cake is the kind of records that she holds internationally. I'm just, I think I'm privileged, proud, lucky to be doing this character which will go down in history when you see decades later.
अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छा लगा तो इस वीडियो को लाइक करें, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और हाँ, बेल आइकन दबाना बिल्कुल ना भूलें।